All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow coming to you from sunny San Jose, California. I'll tell you what, we will be remiss and mistakenly, very, very big time, if we sit up there and just continue to keep allowing ourselves to be lulled to sleep, rocked to sleep, and not really truly pay attention, because I really truly believe after looking at the evidence, and evidence is coming in, it's clear. I'm watching how the other side is doing, and I got a few things I'm going to talk about in this video here for a second too. So listen to me very closely. I think that Donald Trump is going to be reelected because I tell you, we all knew and we all felt that feeling that you get if you go into court in this statutory court system, and you feel like that you've just been kicked in the gut and there's really truly no justice, but you can't do anything about it. That's what this election feels like. It really truly does. And I think that what we need to do more than anything is we need to start dropping that word revolution more than anything, because if you think about this, and I'm going to get political here for a second, okay? The fabric of this country right here, the United States of America, and the republic in which it was built on, and to the republic in which we stand. If we don't allow this democracy, and I'm using it in context, I'm not using it out of context like a lot of people do. A lot of people try to have you to think that this is a constitutional democracy rather than a republic. No, it's a republic. And we can have free elections. It's obvious that all of us know, the American people know, that our country has literally been hijacked by special interest groups. It's been hijacked by the corporations. It's been hijacked by the Federal Reserve in 1913. We know this. We know this for those of us who are informed. The majority of the American people are wide asleep. They don't even care. The only thing they care about is if a stimulus check is coming in the mail. The only thing they care about is you just leave me alone and let me go to work, mind my own business. But see, people don't understand that if you just don't start getting into the business in some way, somehow, and influencing your spirit around you some way, somehow, then there's no way that we can actually make long-lasting changes. It's because that we adopted a hands-off attitude and haven't done anything is the reason why we're in the condition and the place that we're in today. It's because we love darkness and love ignorance, and we decided to not just say anything, not rock the boat and everything. We have set up here and allowed the left. We have set up here and allowed the Democrats literally to run this country into the ground, to hijack it. I mean, literally, truly hijack it. To the point now, the American dream, or the country called America that you read about, or at least the way its law is supposed to be shaped and formed, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Declaration of Independence, it ain't even there no more. It's not even there whatsoever at all. And believe me, while I'm a veteran, America's not perfect like any other country, but I tell you what, there's still no other place that I would rather live, because I've been to a lot of countries. I lived in other countries. I've been to a lot of places on the face of this planet Earth. And America still, by far, with all of the troubles and issues and problems that it has, is the best country on this planet to live, period, point blank. And one reason why it's the best country to live on this planet, period, and point blank, is because of 2A. You got that right, Second Amendment. But it's obvious that these people have been caught with the proverbial hand in the cookie jar. It's obvious that they did not win this election. They didn't do it. They didn't do it whatsoever. And okay, how much they're set up there and trying to grandstand and stage play. This Sidney Powell says she's going to release the Kraken, and I'm waiting for the Kraken to be released. And I got my cup of coffee this morning because politically I want to see what all is going to transpire and take place today. I truly, truly do. Because information is coming out at breakneck speed and stuff is trying to be stifled. Hey, check this out. Not only in Georgia and Pennsylvania and Arizona, but man, judges are overruling and overturning a lot of things, and they're allowing these things to be looked into, investigated and stuff. The voter fraud, there we go again. Every time I get on here, that thing goes, the name of that damn voting machine, it goes blank in my mind for some reason. I'm glad it doesn't lodge in there. But it's obvious something's wrong. It's obvious something is greatly wrong. And I'm telling y'all, who is it that is really, truly pulling the strings of America? That's the question that we all really, truly need to be asking ourselves. And what group is this that fancy itself and feel like that they can actually control through the mainstream news media? And especially, I'm telling y'all, I told y'all a few videos ago, I'm telling you again, Fox has done gone left. Fox is going off the deep end. You should go to OAN and a couple other independent networks, but Fox is gone straight left. They are gone. They're gone. Well, let me go this way, looking at the video. And there's some people up there that they want to keep business as usual going. They want to continue to keep impoverishing the country. Hey, listen, no matter what you say, no matter what you say, no matter what I say, when we really truly look at the facts, and see, I'm running into the same issue because I talk about social, political, economics, religious perspectives and point of view. I'm running into the same issue that a lot of people on the left. I talked to a person on the left the other day, and I think I finally broke through. But I think the problem is that everybody is so busy screaming, everybody's so busy shouting that nobody is actually taking the time to hear the other person's argument, the other person's perspective and point of view. See, when you start regurgitating and repeating what somebody else says without facts, are you following me? Without facts, without quoting liable sources, all you're doing is quoting from an offense. But when you start bringing facts to the table and stuff, and if you can get people just to slow down their mind for a second and just to embrace the truth. Okay, listen, here's the facts, not an opinion. See, what you just got finished telling me is an opinion, but here's the facts of it right here. When you start telling the people the facts, and then you say, okay, now listen, stop for a second. I just gave you the facts. And if you don't believe me, then go back and do your own due diligence. Go back and do your own independent research. Once you do that, you're going to realize and find out I'm not the enemy. I'm not the one that has denied you the truth. I face it all the time being a pastor. People get in an uproar about the way that I talk, the things I discuss, the subjects I approach, that which anybody in religion, I don't care if they're a Christian or Hebrew Israelite, whatever, they dare not even approach. They won't even touch these subjects whatsoever at all. I don't run from none of them. I talk about it openly because it's just like it's the proverbial elephant in the room. It's there, but nobody wants to discuss it. I do it because we don't need to be lied to anymore. And then I admonish people, if I am so wrong, go check me out. I'll be the first one to come right back on this platform and repent in front of the whole world. But I don't get that. All I get is people standing over in the corner with signs up, protesting, just because of emotion and feeling, not because they have any facts whatsoever at all. So people are totally irrational today. They don't, unless it's something that they've come to themselves, unless it's something they ain't going to believe it. I don't care how much facts, how much truth it is, they ain't going to do it. So I understand what's going on in the news media very, very well, because people today don't want to embrace truth. They don't want truth in the inward parts. They don't want truth to prevail in any way, shape, fashion, or form. But what we're looking at here is and the American people are finally understanding this, is that we've got two Americas going on here. There's the government, then there's the shadow government. There's America that has been placed and formed in our mind through the public food system. Then there's the other America. And it's amazing how in this other America that everybody runs for office, that they end up being a politician, senator, House of Representatives, no matter what. All of a sudden, when they stay in those offices, they go in Hollywood just like a regular old month of Joe, like we do, and workers and stuff, just blue collar workers, but they are filthy rich. That's because somebody is voting in the best interest of special interest. Somebody is voting and somebody's colluding. Somebody is doing something in the best interest in order to align their pockets in their bank account. And then they get up in front of the TV and try to sell it to you as if it's something that we needed all along. I'm glad that all this is taking place. I think now that we should definitely go for jail time. Now, see, I'm a little old school and stuff. You see, when I read history of antiquities, like in the 15s and the 16s and the 1700s, some of the stuff that's going on today, if they found out through diligent acquisition, if they found out through diligent research, and if they had a trial and they seen the things that was going on today, do you know that these people would literally get hung I mean, I don't think public hangings is a bad thing. I really, because you see, we live in a world today that there is no consequences when people have bad behavior, especially when people are lying, acting like they're for you, and they've been against you the whole time. There's no consequences of people getting up in front of the camera and lying. There's no consequences, not like it. So we need that. See, voting people out of the office and all this other stuff, and you expect things to change, that ain't the answer. Because I told you, the majority of politicians are just like watching WWE. You got the one that plays the bad role, the one that plays the good role. You got the Democrats, you got the Republicans. All right? And let me touch on this while I'm here for a second. All right? I had somebody the other day, and when I say somebody, I don't want to drop names because I don't want people to start developing a negative attitude towards people simply because they ask a question. And even that is under scrutiny and under fire and under gun nowadays. But they basically asked me a simple question. I'm going to reform and rephrase it so that way nobody won't know exactly who it was. But they said, what do you think, Pascal, about left, right, liberals, and conservatives? I said, I think they're both right. See what I mean? So I'm a man of truth. And most of you want to try to, I don't see, listen, if I say that I'm for Donald Trump simply because of the Second Amendment, that does not make me a 100% staunch Trump supporter. Some of you with these nonsensical perspectives and point of view and these totally irrational thought patterns and these schizophrenic mindsets is just off the chain today. I say they're both right. You think about liberals. Liberals want change. They want to progress. And when you're changing, when you're progressing in the right way, and who determines that right way? Well, that's when you go back to the conservatives, because the conservatives want to stick to the old path, the old way, the thing that has always worked for them. But then the problem we're having is that neither side wants to move forward. One of them wants to stay in yesterday year, the other one wants to be more modern. And of course, all this more modernism is coming with some steep and heavy consequences, not only to our culture, but our moral system, our value system, and every way of life that we're living nowadays. It's all under fire because when we start accepting things as normal, they used to be abnormal. When we start accepting lifestyles, alternative lifestyles as normal, when they used to be a mental defect in the 60s, we got problems. We're not on the incline, we are on the decline. And that's it. I'm just going to leave it right there, and I'll talk about it a little bit more, maybe on my Patreon account. Matter of fact, I'm going to shut off this video and talk about it on my Patreon account a little bit more, because I can go in a little bit more over there. I don't have to worry about being censored, banned, blocked, fried, dyed, oiled, tarred, filleted, and everything else, simply because I'm on here just saying, harmless words. I'm only here just to try to get people to think.